Hey guys, this is Stephen Howard, my dog Yucca. Um, so I'll seem pretty emotional for what has actually happened. My dog Rio also. Um, so this morning I went down and I was supposed to chop a tree down chainsaw a tree down for a ranch and buck it up and stack the wood or get it ready to haul away. And my phone didn't work yesterday up here. It's not working today up here. I don't know why. Maybe it's the universe. It was working down in the valley, but it's not working, so it's keeping me off Facebook. It's been preventing me from recording this video and putting it down. It's very frustrating. I think Jupiter's coming out of retrograde, so it caused me to have a car problem today. I have a perfectly brand new starter on my truck, and it's slow starting or not turning over. And there's a dead spot in the starter. It's an easy repair. But I just want to explain. People don't know why one little thing can get you so upset. It's because they don't have PTSD. They don't understand what it does. See, you have one little upset that, kind of hurt your plans, or, you're going along and everything's right, and then the car doesn't start or something, and you get a jump and it still doesn't start, and you're like, oh, it's a more serious problem. I don't have any money for a shop. I don't have the tools or the knowledge. I guess I could look it up online. But I have a mechanic in Henderson. I got an appointment on Thursday, and he did the starter, so it's hopefully under warranty. But what PTSD does is it triggers you and brings up all of the emotions that you've been trying to hold back, or and the things that don't even have to do with the car. See, I'm trying to be self-sufficient. I'm trying not to depend on any family or friends or anything. I'm trying to just depend on myself. And when something like this happens, I start feeling overwhelmed, and then a whole flood of emotions comes in on all the things that haven't gone right. All the loss, all the things that I've lost, and I'm really dependent on the vehicle. I mean, I live in it. I live in my car, and I don't really have anything else. Like I pretty much given it all up. I have clothes, a couple dogs, a kayak, a skateboard, some climbing shoes. And that's it. That's all I got. And I don't really care to have much more than that, honestly. Honestly, I don't care about anything other than just being happy and surviving. And I just got all triggered today because, first of all, I got up early and I was ready to do a job. And then somebody said, oh, I don't think I'm going to do it today, just for your information, FYI. So I'm like, okay, great. So I go on to job number 2 and meet up the guy at the gas station. And he says, well, the guy just got back from vacation. He's going to check his finances and see if he wants to continue on the job, or what it's going to be, or, when he wants to do it. And, so I just feel like I'm back to square one. And I've been living out here like this for so long. It's going on 8 months or whatever. And I've been just letting them fly by and And I feel happy. I feel grateful for surviving this. I really do. But when something little like the starter going out on your car, it brings me all the way back. It brings me all the way back to all the stuff. So I'm not perfect. I'm not fully healed. I'm still really, really astonished at some of the people's actions during this pandemic, and the way people have treated me after I've been good to them. And I try not to hold resentment. I try not to hold anger or resentment or anything low vibration. But when something like this happens and it comes all back up, I can't help but feel like, what the hell, man? People at least owe you an explanation. They at least owe you a little bit of something, and for them to just do nothing, or at the very least, the very minimum, it's just kind of like a slap in the face. It makes me feel like I'm not worth anything, like I'm just a piece of trash that could be thrown away. If people don't want you in their life, they just throw you away and ghost you. And I don't do that to people. I really don't, or I try not to. I really try to keep communication open with everybody I know. And I try and keep love in my heart. And I just try to be like the best I can be for everyone. And I'm just trying to I'm noticing that there's very few people that are that good to me. I don't know if this is coming out right, but I guess what I'm talking about is PTSD. A couple years ago, I was on East Charleston Boulevard in Las Vegas, and a couple of puppies had gotten out of the yard. It was a black lab and a white lab. And they ran through traffic. They ran across Charleston in heavy traffic. I stopped the car in the middle of the street, and I tried to stop the traffic in both directions. And the black puppy got hit right in front of me, got spilled out, and it was awful to see just a young dog die like that. And the white puppy made it into the neighborhood, and I couldn't get it, but it just kept on going. And I hope it survived, and I hope it got picked up, and I hope it lived. By seeing the two puppies and what happened, it triggered me for about a week. I was staying at my mom's house, and then my brother was coming over and being really disrupting to our life, and he wasn't allowed there. So, I called up my dad who owned the property, and I said, I think the rules are being broken. My brother's here, and he's been doing drugs, and he's not acting right, and he's using his ego all over the place and directing my mother around, and this just isn't right. And he goes, oh no, he's not allowed there, and this is a big problem, and your mom's probably going to get evicted. And that's just what happened. I ended up getting my mom evicted because I was trying to do the right thing for my father. And, months and months later, they buy me a trailer. I'm really happy. I got an 18-foot travel trailer, and I'm up in Montana, and things are going good. Then all of a sudden, it's like, I get offered a job, supposedly a real job. And I come down here and basically I'm offered like a minimal wage, like, $35,000 a year is about $600 a week. That's about $2,400 a month. And then there's taxes and child support and shit taken out. And, everybody's wondering why I'm broke. And so my trailer throws an axle, and I lose my trailer because my support system didn't want to help me fix the trailer, so I had to sell it. And that triggered me even more. Everything is always a trigger. And that's what people don't understand about PTSD is, my dog having a bad back, waking up with its back legs dragging, that triggers me, and I don't know how long it's going to last. So I got upset because the job didn't go through today. And then my car took a shit. It's still starting and running, but very rarely. And I'll get into a shop on Thursday. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Everything's the same as yesterday, the day before, tomorrow. I don't know. It's like I'm waiting for a miracle that's never going to happen. I'm waiting for people to come around and be like, you know what? I'm really sorry I ruined your life. I'm really sorry that, I put you in this predicament or this situation. My ex-wife, if she hadn't grabbed my fucking arm, I wouldn't have stopped a robbery. I wouldn't have a felony right now, and I'd have my gun rights still. But you can't go through life blaming everybody else for how your life ended up, because it's really all your fault. At the end of the day, you can't blame anybody else for any of your losses. You can't blame anybody else for any of your shortcomings or any of the things that stressed you out. All you can do is be the best you could be. Be honest with yourself and everybody around you, and let them know why you're acting the way you are. Why are you so upset about something so small? The truth of the matter is, I got PTSD from a few different instances. I stopped a robbery. I was in a really bad car accident. I was in a bad motorbike accident. My wife divorced me and took my kid. I tried to go up and build a new life in Montana. And somebody who I thought was a soulmate lied to me and used me for sex and used me for entertainment. And I thought they were my soulmate. I thought they were somebody who cared about me and would be worried about me for the rest of my life. I was ready to be worried about them. So, now I'm all messed up, now every time a car doesn't start or a dog almost dies or, something happens, I just get triggered and I'm just a fucking mess. It takes me a couple days to regroup and figure out what I'm going to do. People are always concerned about, I just helped you, I just gave you this, or you just did this job. Well, I don't know how much money you spent today, but $40 does not go very far in this world. $60 does not go very far in this world. $100 does not go very far at all in this world. I used to live on approximately $3,000 to $5,000 to $7,000 a month. And that was earned by me working out on Las Vegas Boulevard for tips. See, people forget I had a brand new Jeep. I had a brand new house. I had a brand new baby girl, and I had all of the food and shelter and clothing and everything that baby needed. I was a good father and a good husband. I was a good friend. I was a good lover. I'm a good guy. I don't have any vengeful bone in my body. I don't care what people did to me or what's done to myself. I don't. All I care about is happiness now. All I care about is surviving this now. All I care about is being in the moment. And, people really need to just go out and start releasing and forgiving and letting people know in their lives that, regardless of what's happened, I still love you and I still care. Then I'm sorry you're feeling so upset, and I'm sorry you're triggered by all this stuff. I just wish I could let it all go somehow and just move on, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So I struggle with PTSD every day, and I know some of you do too. And it doesn't have to be from wartime. It doesn't. This world is a very, very tumultuous place. People have PTSD from just about anything nowadays. And, I won't get into all the guides and all the, friends that have died and everything else. But I just want you to know that, when you see somebody and you're like, wow, why are you so triggered by something so small? That's what it is. They got PTSD. They've been through some shit that most people would have died, or most people would have committed suicide, or gotten in a bottle of Jameson, or done some drugs, or anything to try and get rid of that feeling. But I didn't. I faced it. I've been facing it my whole time. I work very, very hard when I work. And I pour myself into every relationship, everything, every moment, every person. I try. So the guided messages are when you get triggered, give yourself a break. Be easy on yourself. You've been doing good for a long time. Just take it easy. Give yourself a break. Maybe the phone's not working. Maybe the car's not working because they want you to take a break. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a good long break and chill out and get organized again. And, I don't know. I just know that getting your chakras realigned, getting yourself grounded, being good to yourself, self-love, self-care, take a good long shower, eat something good, and just be good to yourself and those around you. And it's okay to feel like this sometimes. It really is. I love you guys. One love. I hope you have a wonderful day. I know that I'll recover from this. I have before. It's just a trigger. So, one love, everybody.